Yo, we are back. Welcome to another episode of Dialogue with Dom. This is episode number 4, man. Number 4. And I'm in here with a special guest today, man. Upcoming comedian out in Northern Virginia, DC. You know what I'm saying? He's doing this thing. My brother, Terry Mack.
Dap on camera. My fucking brother. My fucking brother. I love this guy.
Yeah, man. This is my
nigga.
guy right here. Look.
My nigga.
A long history, 10 plus years of being my dog, man. And yeah, but you doing your thing.
Deep, yeah.
You doing your thing. Comedy is your thing.
Sure.
What it say in your bio? I got jokes.
I got jokes.
So how did comedy start to become your thing? When did it become your passion? When you start leaning into that shit? Because you always been funny, but when did you start really leaning into it?
It definitely started college. First time I did stand-up, I was 22. And it was in Richmond. First time I ever did stand-up. But like, I think it was, obviously it's always a girl say something. Then she's like, you funny. You remind me of Kevin Hart. I was like, nah, I am funny though. I'm taller than And Funny Bone in Richmond.
I was there.
I signed up for that joint. You had to bring people out then. So I hit people came
you
out.
You had everybody.
People came out.
I think you had the biggest audience there for as like for the
that's how this shit go. Like if you don't bring people, and you had to bring a certain number to even get on the list. So boom, brought people. They came. I went on stage. It was a competition, and I did well in the competition. But the rules were you can't say the F word, you can't say the N word, you can't say the C word. So the whole set go good. The last thing I say was something. I say fuck at the last joke before I walked off the stage, and it was like, yeah, you got disqualified. But the host was like, nah, you did great, you did good. Like you was actually winning before you got disqualified. I was like, damn. So that was my first time doing stand up. But before that, just to wrap it up. Nigga, Comic View, fucking Kings of Comedy. You see all that shit growing up. Like, I was like, that shit, I feel like I could do that shit. And then Bernie Mac, they thought that was my, they always say I look like Bernie Mac. Then my last name Mac, and I would lie, I'd be like, that's my uncle. Like, I started lying. So and then, yeah, man, but I took a gap, but now we back rolling, man. We rolling.
Your name itself definitely, like, screams, like, stand up, like coming to the stage, chat, that shit hard. They got a little flow to it, you know what I'm saying?
It's flow.
But yeah, Bernie Mac. So that's you would consider that one of your favorite comedians? Yeah, mine too.
Bernie Mac is
I mess with Bernie heavy, man. R.I.P. to the GOAT, man.
Kill it. The show, bro. Like if you go back and watch the show now, like gems, bro.
Yeah, always
gems. Hilarious
always.
Shit.
Always. Even to his first Def Comedy Jam jump.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Hey, that shit was hilarious. I trip off the joke when he was like, I love sex. I love it by the pound. I'd be glad when they put that shit in.
Niggas be shoplifting like a motherfucker.
Like, he's like, nigga finished playing basketball. I'm like, what you about to do? Shit, I'm about to get a 6-pack of pussy and take it on there. Like, and that shit is hilarious. Like, I didn't understand it back then. Niggas was like,
yeah.
Oh, now this shit is hilarious.
Yes.
Like, this going back to watch it as an adult even makes it even more funnier. So, yeah, so.
Especially once you get some pussy.
Facts. I love that shit by the pound.
It's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? Try some. Yeah, man.
So outside of Bernie Mac, who else like inspired you? Like
inspirations for sure. So we got Bernie, Chappelle, legendary, and he from the area that I'm from. Sure. So Chappelle, Martin, because it started with people like I'm like, yo, he grew up here, like because Dave grew up in Silver Spring, DC. You got Martin, you got you know what I'm saying all the legends that's from there. Tony Woods, like people that's from DC. Earthquake. I got on Earthquake a little later. He cold, good comedian. So. Yeah, man, it's just like in his sitcoms.
People like that, yeah.
Oh, Wayne's brothers and Damon Wayans and Marlon Wayans. I didn't really like Sean. Sean, you cool, but Marlon Wayans for sure. Like just all of that growing up, man. You see that shit, you're like, oh, shit look dope. I could do that. I want to do that. Now we striving, going towards it.
It takes a lot of courage to get on stage. Like, were you ever like stage? Frightened or like shook, or you just knew like I could perform in front of an audience and not freeze up? So like I said, the first time we seen you was that was your first time ever doing it. You didn't.
Yeah, that was my very first time getting on stage.
You know, I've seen you speaking in front of the audience before. That's a different type of pressure. Knowing you going up there to make people laugh, like that's what you there for. So people play hardball with you. You know,
it's difficult. It's definitely difficult. But I'm nervous to this day. Like it's always like I feel like it's a game. Like you gotta get ready for it, get hype, play my music, get sized before we go on stage. Say the little affirmation to yourself. I'm made for this shit. I'm supposed to be here. This is what I'm supposed to do. But then once they laugh the first time, that shit go away. Because then you kind of feel it. And he was like, all right, I'm going to keep pulling on that. And let's keep going in that direction. And then when they laugh, bro, that's getting off stage after doing well, like the biggest high. Like you feel like you got some pussy.
So you're not delusional like Joaquin Phoenix in a joke. Like you ain't gonna
so
you actually get laughs.
It helps to record yourself or like audio. I do audio all the time,
Sure.
but also I have my tripod, so I set up and watch myself back. And you be like, oh, that worked. Oh, this worked. And then got to be present and listen to the people. Like when like a laugh is audible, and that's
For
funny.
sure.
And then you just keep going and everyone's laughing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah, that shit was crazy.
Joaquin Phoenix.
He said he was up there killing it.
That shit, because I'll say this though. Comedians are crazy people. Like there's a lot of people that get into it that are mentally ill.
Mm-hmm.
It like attracts that. So like I've seen some of the craziest performances going to open mics and shit. I've seen shit like that. Like Joaquin Phoenix going on stage. You're like, this nigga's unstable.
Yeah.
He got something wrong with him. And she got something wrong with her. Like you're like, yo, this a crackhead. like it's crazy. It's crazy for sure.
Hey, I'm weak, man.
For real though. Like mentally ill people are attracted to comedy because
for sure. So
the
I was just saying,
the
attention, and it's like a lot of I'm into dark humor. I don't know, you talk about some things that can be dark on and off air, so we're not. But so it's like, does art? Yeah, art like gets created by darkness and pain and struggles. Like some of the best art comes from that. Like, have you found like creating your jokes and your bits and stuff? Have you found that your more tough times create the best content for your joke?
Because it always has to come from a real place. Like when you see something like painting a real picture, it feels real. And my struggles is something that I try to tap in, but like I try to keep it light because I don't want to go into my dad issues and stuff like that. I like to keep it light. So I'll talk about my relationship issues. And that shit has been tough. Going through relationships is tough. Either boyfriend, girlfriend, father, son. Like it's traumatic to me, but I'm gonna make that shit funny. Talking about when my dad told me a story about Peaches sucking his dick behind the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? And y'all laughing at it, but I remember as a kid, like scratching my head, like, what
am I supposed to be knowing this?
Like, why are you telling me about a woman named Peaches? And like, yeah, I'm gonna introduce you to Peaches. Like,
what does that even mean?
Exactly. But yes, the darkness, because it's so much realness there. Like when you telling a story about some shit, like that's a real story. When I just said it right now, now that shit really happened. His father really said that shit.
I met your dad, so I know.
Exactly. And then love you. But then you go to the relationship, it's like, nigga, I'm struggling. I'm trying to be a good man.
Yeah.
Like that's the set that I'm building, which I'm shooting a 30-minute special short soon. That's news actually. Shooting a 30-minute special soon.
Exclusive.
I'm trying to be a good man, and the struggles of trying to be a good man. It's been struggles, but this shit funny.
For sure.
Like I'm trying. It's funny. Yeah. The darkness.
So does every what inspires like the joke process outside of like your darkness, your life experience? Does anything you just see something like or like does
everything.
it?
Yeah, everything. So like conversations I have, or like sometimes you have a conversation with your works and they say something funny. You be like, yo, that's funny. I'm gonna take that and just write it down.
That, yeah.
Like that's you know what I'm saying? You touch a conversation in a way that you haven't before. I write a little note. Yeah, for sure. Everything, bro. Traffic, fucking being in the car, watching TV, commercials, it's everything. And some shit like that make me laugh. It probably somebody else laugh.
What do you do? Like you have a bomb before technically? Like
hell yeah.
Like what is that feeling?
Never been booed.
But just silence.
But silence is worse than a boo to me. Because at least a boo is energy you could do something with. You can focus on that person. When everyone's just staring at you and they're not laughing and you're trying to make them laugh, you feel vulnerable. You like, damn. But you learn, I'm not gonna do that again. Bro, I've been out on stage and danced one time. Like I didn't say my name to introduce me. I went and started doing the motherfucking Bobby Brown. I'm like, they didn't laugh at me. They just stared at me. I'm not gonna do that no more. So bombing is yeah. And then as I've gotten better, I get harder on myself. So if they don't laugh the whole time, that's like a 6. That's a 5. That's basically a bomb. If I don't kill it and the whole room is vibing and laughing, to me that's a bomb now. Because I'm good enough to where like I know what's gonna make people laugh. But I'm talking about fucking taking them on a ride.
For sure.
And it's like in 5 minutes, 11 minutes, however long I do, just going on a ride. Yeah.
So never been technically booed.
Never been booed. Been heck
But
cool.
the silence is a bomb.
Silence is a bomb.
But it's technically not, because I just see people get.
No,
it is.
I bombed.
I didn't like the Apollo when the Sandman had to come in.
They would have pulled me on stage. They would have been like, "It's all right, baby." They would have rubbed my back like get them again next time. But that builds resilience. Because I'll say this: you gotta love it. You really have to love it, because that shit feels. You never want to go through that shit again. So,
nah, for sure. You gotta have tough skin. But I find that comedians are some of the most sensitive people, though.
Yeah, because you're receiving you always have your antennas up receiving stuff. And then sometimes it's like, if you're sad, you get real sad. If you're happy, you get real happy. It's like maybe extremes, but being able to know those extremes, I guess you're able to relate to people. I guess. But yeah, so it's a little bit.
It's a lot of psychology that involved in it.
Mm-hmm. And sensitivity, because they always talk about zodiacs, and I'm like, sensitivity is like just being able to like feel things. You don't want to be overly sensitive, but being sensitive, I could just feel things deeper. I can feel a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to mentally ill, because those are really sensitive people that can't handle the shit they feeling or what's going on in their mind. But gotta be sensitive, man. Be sensitive.
I mean, like, okay, we see people that dish out jokes, but they can't take them back.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You can't be that type.
You can't be that kind. Not in comedy, bro.
Yeah.
Not in comedy. And
because everybody gonna get these jokes.
They got to talk about gay people. Talk about people with defects in their body. We're gonna talk about it. You got to. This shit is real. This shit exists.
Yeah.
Somebody in a wheelchair. Somebody has a club foot. Somebody got bad breath. Like, some people are fat. This is what it is. I'm not making this shit up. Niggas is. But then you don't want to be mean. It's like, because we grew up blaming niggas. Now I'm about to spark your ass, nigga. That are like, and I struggle with that now, because I'm like, that's kind of mean. It could break somebody down. They could feel bad about themselves.
I used to, but it feels tough skin though, because I didn't know how to like crack jokes back in the day. Like, I'd just break down and I'd be the nigga that crack, because I didn't know what to say back or something like that. Okay. It took me to get to like high school, where I finally like found I know how to deflect this a little bit and maybe tell a joke or say something back instead of like freezing the fuck up. Like, that early stage of things definitely lets you know, like, that you.
But see, I got nice at sparking niggas and making fun of people, and then I'm sensitive. So I was like, that's mean. He really feel bad about that shit. He's thinking about that shit for the rest of the day.
That shit is fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Because somebody said a joke to me one time, I was literally thinking about that shit for like a week. Like, so then you overly conscious, like everything you do. Yeah. And then when you're a kid, you only confined to like your neighborhood and your school. So it's like you can't even escape that.
That's your world.
That's your world. So it's like, damn, I can't even. Yeah, let it stick.
Yeah, that shit stick. People remember that shit. I still remember when niggas called me dark skin for the first time. They said, "You turn off the lights. Where's Terry?" Till this day, I remember that shit. Like, I will never forget that. That's when I realized I was darker. I was like, I looked around. I'm like, I am blacker than everybody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no awareness of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that definitely brings being a kid and learning new stuff. Then you start like focusing on stuff. You're like, damn, I am this, I am that. Like,
for sure.
But look,
I'm gonna jump in right now. Terry had one of the greatest Twitter handles when it first started.
Throwback. What was your Black as Shit Boy? that was my second one when I first got to like BCU, because at first it was I climb trees, niggas smoke weed, and Black as Shit Boy. People would call me Black as Shit Boy. Like, they'd be like, it's Black as You gotta embrace it.
It's just like how the smack the whole stuff kind of happened for me. Like, I don't do domestic violence to women, but it's something that stuck. It was catchy and it stuck.
And hoes are not just women.
Exactly. That's
his deflection. He'd be like, nah, I know how to spin that shit the right way. I smack these hoe ass niggas.
Yeah, exactly. So that's always why I don't do the domestic shit. I don't hit women. So, but yeah, it just stuck. And then I'm like, damn, now I can't change, because it's like,
they know you.
Growing.
You smack a hoe. You still you're at not even smack a hoe no more, and you're still.
It's on Twitter though, so I still got it.
Okay.
But on Instagram, yes,
they stole my nigga shit. Stole my nigga shit.
They hacked me, man. Nigerian somewhere, man. They the scam of the scammers, bro.
I know that you're asking me questions, but you see the influence that this man had. People wanted his page because of the power that he was dominating over that space. Even till this day, he does what? Listen, great pictures. You know what I'm saying? You see this nigga got on turtleneck today.
Hey, man, I'm chilling.
Dripping. Just listen, he's the mayor of Richmond.
I'm not.
First time saying on camera, you the mayor.
To
me, you the mayor.
I just connected my people that I knew to other people, and then that's how we build a relationship. But I don't like too much praise. I'm getting a little getting a little nervous. Man, you know?
Okay, get a couple drinks in him. You'll see him. Oh, yeah. He gonna go into himself. He ain't gonna be able to tell this nigga shit. What, nigga? I know who the fuck I am. Bitch need to know who I am.
Yeah, I do get a little crazy. We didn't have some nights, right?
Amen.
We didn't have some nights, man.
Safety first. Safety first.
But black as shit, boy. That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah. Y'all to being black as shit.
When did so I don't know when I stopped following. I feel like your shit always was monsterful.
Yeah, that was a different. Yeah, I changed it up, especially Twitter. I got off Twitter for like a while, then I got back.
And we came.
But yeah, a lot of different iterations.
Yeah,
Trying to find something to stick.
I was RL_mascot at first.
Okay.
And that we had to change it up. Like that shit won't go hit on that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, smack a hoe, nigga. That's iconic, bro.
It's go down in history.
Iconic.
But you know. But yeah, so let's talk about sensitivity, talking about coming up. Okay, so doing your, aspiring to become a comic, you're taking the traditional route more so.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't start off like on the internet or nothing like that. You literally went to, the first time you ever did anything was stage presence. You said a little joke on camera or had your jokes on Twitter. Like everybody was Twitter comedians and stuff back in the day. But taking the traditional route and hitting the stage first and building that confidence versus blowing up off like a skit per se. Like, do you like the route you're taking, or do you feel like, damn, I should have did the internet shit first, or like?
Great question. You're right. I want it all. Like, I want to be able to do that, but like, I want to be good first. Like, my thing that I always try to, like, I want to be, when you come to see me, you have a good time. Like, I know how to perform. You know what I'm saying? So trying to tap into the social media part of it is the next level of it, because that's where the money's at. That's where the growth is at. So being consistent with that, creating content on that level that takes off is definitely a goal, something I want. But I know that I can perform and you come to see me. I have the foundation. Like, I want, like, building it this way, the way I'm building it is just the path that I've taken. Like, obviously the consistency with the social media is the next level. We got to keep going and keep going and going. But like, people come to see me, like when my people come to see me, people that know me, like I do this in front of strangers on the weekly basis. So if I'm getting them to laugh, people that know me, they're like fucking through the roof. Like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm like, my shit is tight. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that was always my goal. So now going forward, 2024, like I said, we're shooting specials. We trying to build and keep going bigger. Social media has to be a part of that. And that's the elevation that I'm looking for, because them views equal dollars.
For sure. And it's the same thing we trying to do. We trying to run the pod up. So I understand that. So to piggyback on the internet, so like I've seen a couple of comedians that spark, like we've seen like a Country Wayne, a Drewski, like they didn't necessarily start off in any type of stand-up format at all. They blew up off skits and then transitioned to some kind of, but Drewski still, he don't really do stand. He stay away from that. He more of
like TV,
but he's
commercial.
Good. He's great at what he does. Like,
For
that pocket works. So it's never no hate or slight. But
but they always go back. Like, because I feel like getting TVs, getting commercials, and being in movies and all that stuff is what you want to aspire to. But like touring and being able to draw your own crowd, that's the power. Like, that's how real and like being a stand-up, it's like you're an artist. You're not getting credit. Like, I seen Kevin Hart say to Drewski, like, you need to get your ass on that fucking stage. Like, they push you in that direction because they know, first of all, you're going to be able to eat off that shit for a longer amount of time, because they might stop fucking with you in movies, and people coming to see you because they actually fuck with you. Like, till this day, you'll go see your favorite comedian that you've seen perform and kill. You'll always come see them. So you always got to go back to the stage, but they got their success. They might not feel like they need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen Desi did it. Desi Banks, shout out that he performs. Drewski tried it. He was hosting tours, but to be on stage by yourself, a microphone, and just the crowd, that's fucking art. That's tough. That's to do it for an hour, hour and a half, and people leave and say, that was worth it. Fucking tough. That's art.
Yeah, some people don't, some of the older comedians didn't embrace the internet wave at first, and they was hating on it. But I do like the people the stars that we have gotten from like a DC, like, you know what I'm saying, DC Country Wayne. Like,
shout out to DC. He did it too. He was popped on the internet and he went to the stage. And he got with Carlos Miller, he got with Chico, niggas who were really on stage and got his shit right.
That skill.
Got your shit
right. It
right.
seemed like he did it. he was the blueprint of like really like, but you could tell he was a natural entertainer, like you saying,
Yes,
like, you know how to
hilarious.
entertain people. So even when he necessarily didn't have a whole skit or bit of jokes, he was able to like, he knew how to joan on people.
Yes.
So he could just hit the stage and see a motherfucker in the crowd and go crazy. And that shit had you tripping for 20 minutes. He
Exactly.
like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it really is a talent and a skill, and you just got to figure out what you good at. But the internet is a tool. Use it.
Gotcha.
You doing your real stuff. Some of your, some of your residents popped up and pick up some numbers. So
they changed the algorithm on me. I was like, during last year, like 2022, like my shits were doing well. Like I was doing 10,000 views. I was like, okay, bet it's building. Fucked around, changed the algorithm. And you gotta stay on that shit. Like that's why being consistent with it and knowing which direction is going is the best way. People love skits. They want to. That's what they want to see. They want to see a narrative. They want to see a story, even if it's just you filming it with your phone. But
So you was talking about how you hit the stage every week.
Mm-hmm.
So is that like how long have you consistently been hitting the comedy club?
So like I say, I started at 22, but I took a break, and so from 28 to 32, I say that's 4 years. I would say 4 years I've been on this stage. So say 2 years. It's like every night, once a week, at least once a week, I'm performing. Like that's why I say if you come see the show, like my show is good because I'm performing every single week.
So you got to be committed, and it's hard to be committed because I know comedy is a hard road. Like you don't really, it get great. Really, the sense of this is like I got this quote: "It get greater later."
Yes.
In comedy, like it seems like the more seasoned you are, that's when you really start seeing some bread and some increments and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you keep your head like continue to do your passion?
Mm-hmm.
Like even though now I know you're getting paid payment, but at first like but it's
so
you're really a paid comedian. You're getting paid for
you get the confirm. Like say first you get paid to come. They're paying you $20, $35 to come and do your set. That's the confirmation. There's always little things along the road that makes you stay on the path. Like I'm going out every night, but I'm not killing every night. Mm-hmm. So it's a fucking roller coaster. I'm on a high. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm only doing clubs in DC from now on. Then I go and get on stage next time. I'm like, damn, I still got fucking work to do. So putting in those 10,000 hours is really what it is because, like I said, I really have a passion for it. So like I know it's not going to be overnight. And how consistent have I really been looking at myself in the mirror? I said I started when I was 28, but really it's only been 2 years that I have been, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to earn this money. And this is the path. This is what God is telling me. This is what all the signs is leading me. This is something that I enjoy doing. And I really want to build a life doing this. You got to put in the work. So that's what keeps me going, man.
So outside of getting paid for now doing what you do, have you like got a confirmation or like positive reinforcement from like a known comedian or?
So then you start being around bigger people, right? So rubbing elbows with Pierre, who was in.
Yeah, shout out to Pierre.
Shout out to Pierre. He's from DC too. And then just being on the same show and like knowing that I'm getting better, like feeling that's what it is. So you start being in different rooms and seeing different people. Like, okay, so I'm here with him and he's do this and he's selling our shows. Oh, I'm just as good. Like that's what's keeping you going. But waiting for those breaks, like I said, it's little confirmations all along the way. So being in rooms with people who do this shit for a living, then you know what I'm saying? Like living, they don't do nothing else.
Yeah.
And I'm on a level or I can keep up. That's what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Pierre. If y'all know, he played in Baps.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Light skinned brother. He was in How to Be a Player.
How to Be a Player. Yeah, that's my guy.
Little throwback.
It's that his Def Comedy Jam. I still got it.
Yes,
my mom had all them jumps on deck. So when my mom passed, like we found her old tape stash. She had all that stuff recorded. So I knew who Pierre was. I knew AJ Jamal.
Jamal.
People like that, like the Bernie Mac shit. I seen all
that was a great era for comedy, bro.
Sure.
Like that was a boom. Like now, like I said, it's booming now. You see the people getting hot off the internet, but that's what like we grew up on.
Sure.
Watching stand up.
Sure. All right, so I guess now we get to the mess a little bit.
Hey.
It's been a lot of beef in the comic world. Oh, excuse me. There's been a lot of beef going on. Like, how do you feel from the Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams, the Moniques, Steve Hart, all the people? Like, how do you feel about all this going on recently? Donnell Rollins and Corey Holcomb got into it at the Laugh Factory in LA. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I love it. Number one, I love it. I love it. Because you see how people are looking at comedians, talk about comedians. Comedians have always been like stars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like people you're talking about are stars. You're talking about Cat Williams, you're talking about Monique, you're talking about D.L. Hughley. These people are stars. So like, I think I like that they're being real. They talking shit because in every industry, there's fucking politics.
Mm-hmm.
And
For
even
sure.
on the level I'm on, there's fucking politics.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know who running the show. You're trying to get on mics. You're trying to get on stage. You're trying to get stage time. You're trying to get seen. Everybody's hungry. And you do kind of get clicks with people. You get to know people. You think they're your friends. You're rubbing elbows. Like, I see you every week. I dap you up now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it progresses. So I love it because you're seeing that these people have power. They're fucking funny. Like, you love Cat Williams. You love Monique. The Parkers, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Pimp Chronicles, fucking D.L. Hughley on, and this is old shit. We're talking about 2024. So, and even Corey Holcomb talking about Chappelle. But then me being a comedian, I kind of know the way these people think a little bit. So, like, I'm like seeing Corey go at Donnell, and I'm like, I know where Corey's coming from with the shit because that nigga's a beast on stage.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga goes into a room and the crowd is fucking but laughing. And then Donnell is Dave Chappelle's man. He has Netflix specials. He's big. He's been on television shows. He has he's big. He's has a great living off comedy. So for Corey to say something to him talking about you mild, he's like, nigga, I ain't mild. Nigga, I'm fucking, I do this shit. But Corey, like, nigga, he a street comedian. Like, he a nigga nigga, we talking about these bitches, these hoes, this money, how this shit really go. That shit not commercial. You commercial, I'm not commercial. That's what it really is. That's the confidence. And then people that's commercial, they dealing with Cat talking to Steve up here. Steve, purely commercial.
For sure.
Steve is in everybody's home. So to get in everybody's home, you're stepping on toes to get up there. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Politics. Somebody might, they not gonna forget. Don't forget. I still remember when niggas called me dark skinned in fucking elementary school.
Gotcha.
So you gonna remember when I was on that show and you try to bump me off the show. Or you try to play me on the low. But now we on the same level, nigga, I can talk to you. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
So the whole stealing jokes thing.
I know that. People stole my shit.
Somebody stole your shit?
At this level, I've seen someone do something that I've done. And that was a little confirmation on the road. If somebody's taking what I'm doing, it must be something right.
Yeah, and if they had to do that, I could make another one. Mm-hmm. If they took that, I could make another one of that.
And it's like any industry, shit, grimy.
For sure.
This shit is grimy. To make it, some people think you gotta steal to make it. They're gonna take every good thing that they see and out of everybody. Of course, it's art. It's about being original. But some people like, nah, fuck, I'm gonna make it. I don't give a fuck about you or you.
I don't think it's no longevity in that though. I think you could get
people get pretty high doing it. Okay. They fall eventually, but they get high. They get people. There's known joke thieves that have made millions of dollars. Like people know, like he steals everything that he does, and it's known. It's just like, what you gonna say? Fuck you. I'm nigga. I win. I got my money. I'm over here in Toronto living my life. But I try to keep my integrity. I do. I steal from my friends. I don't steal from other people.
But I seen, I forgot exactly who was commenting on it, but a fellow comic was saying like how they didn't like how black comedians was picking back and forth because the white comedians don't do said things. Or we just don't see it on a certain scale type shit.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's a little wave of it right now. Since Cat shit, it's like a wave. Like white people beef with each other. They air it differently. But like, and it's like, look at the black people fighting and look at the white people just being quiet, keeping this shit quiet. You have a point, but shit, I don't mind it. The fuck, it's real. Like if it's fake and it's fabricated, then I won't like it. But if it's a genuine, like, nah, I got on the mic because he said something about me, so I'm gonna address it. The fuck you gonna do, bro? Clicks equal money. Get the clicks, but keep your integrity a little bit, like that. A lot of it. Keep your integrity. Don't lose your integrity. I can't say a little bit. Integrity.
Integrity matters. I think you play the game. Mm-hmm. Life is a game. You got to play what you got to play your cards right to get to a certain, with the hand that you dealt. But as long as you're not losing your integrity, whole like all of yourself, all of you good.
They sold.
Yeah, it's selling your soul. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people say bad stuff about Kevin Hart. I do, and Kevin Hart is a real nigga, but he got to play. Somebody got to be he got to kind of play a role in this to help other.
Listen, anybody that you see on a big platform doing things, they compromise. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, they don't compromise your soul and but you're going to compromise. Like, you do that at your job. When I clock into work, I compromise. Like, you compromise. You just want to be able to live with yourself. And I do think Kevin Hart is a good nigga. He hasn't been funny lately. But he's hilarious. Like, his stand-ups coming up that got him to where he's at, he's a funny nigga. He has good performances on camera. Some of them aren't great. But what the fuck? He's shooting. Nigga made $170 million in 1 year. This was like 5 years.
And now he has his own, The Heartbeat production.
Heartbeat production.
So he putting people on with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Can't hate on Kevin Hart. You can hate, but you just look crazy.
But I get it. I get why people say, oh, he's not the funny, because he's not my favorite, but I can't deny what he's doing for the game. Like, helping the game elevate, putting other people on, you know what I'm saying?
The levels that he took it, man, it's just aspirational. He's a black man that did it, positive, family. Like, come on, you can't hate on that. He's straight. I mean, damn. Nothing against gay people. But, you know, I look for people that like myself.
Look like you.
Yeah, don't compromise, like Kat said, didn't compromise your butthole. People sell their souls, don't think they selling their body.
Sure.
Niggas will, it's a nasty world. It's a fucking, especially Hollywood. It's a nasty fucking world. Like, and I'm not even there, but I can just see how you would do whatever.
Somebody you haven't spoke about yet, but is one of my favorite. He always call out shit too, but he was hot at one point, but not as hot as like a cat right now. But Eddie Griffin, I think he's a beast. Hilarious.
Come and stand
you know
up.
What I'm saying?
Yes, Eddie Griffin is up there.
He always telling the truth about a lot of shit.
Controversial.
Yeah, controversial. Yeah.
He's too controversial. And he, like you see, when you're too real, eventually you're gonna hit a ceiling with the corporation.
For sure.
You're too real, nigga. You don't know. You're not compromising enough.
Yeah.
But Eddie is cold. Eddie is fucking cold. Crazy nigga, but we love crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, Double Take. You remember Double Take?
Double Take my shit.
Orlando Jones and him.
Yeah.
That's
Undercover Brother. Double Take. I actually went to go see with my dad. Like, so you know how you just got memories of it. That's why I associate with him. That's what I really like.
But think about that. Back then, he was starring in movies.
Had his own TV
in
show.
Hollywood. Had his own Eddie and Malcolm. So he hit Hollywood and did his thing. And comedy circles, like he was at the Comedy Store in LA, killing it. They say he used to do like 2 hours. Say he would be on stage for 4 hours. This is crazy. But Eddie,
he a beast.
He's still touring till this day.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He got a residency in Vegas. So that was his last special was shot at. I watched that jump. But nah. So all right, now let me get to Mike Epps real quick. You see him and Shannon Sharp going back and forth. And then they resolved it, you know, like man, shit. But it clear. I don't know, like why Shannon took it so personal. Like it's clear, but I guess he felt some type of way because they did have a conversation. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't think you was gonna try to flip it in and do that." But
he addressed it. But like I said, people pick and choose.
True. Okay.
So he might have thought Mike Epps is the one I'm gonna come buck at, and I don't know what Mike Epps is gonna do. But Mike Epps, he keep that pop on him. So you know what I'm saying. But we're like I said, we're sensitive, bro. People saying the same shit about they call the nigga shit gay. Talk about his makeup, talk about what he talk about nigga being strong and dumb and fucking bowing down to Skip and doing all this shit like that. You get talked about enough, you gonna say something. And fuck what you want. It's not right, but you know, black people in general, we're comfortable going at other black people. Because it's nigga, I know you, I feel familiar. A lot of black people be tiptoeing around white people. That's just a fact. I don't tiptoe, I just walk a little lighter. Like there's white people coming. Let me just that's a joke. It's a joke. Not really, a little bit. But I'm happy they resolved it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what men do. Like, yeah, we're gonna bump heads. But listen,
especially alpha males.
For sure. I'm getting money, you get money. Yeah. Like shit, you too big for me to fight, I'll shoot you. Yes. So
the segue, it's perfect. I'm coming to segue king again, man. I love this shit. So with that being said, like how Mike Epps and Shannon was about to go to blows, but they resolved it. Do you have a fear of ever getting slapped by Chris Rock for telling the joke?
I've been in rooms where people have tried to fight comedians before. And I'm protect myself. Period. I got weapons, nigga. I got a mic. I got a stand. I'm higher than you on stage, nigga. I could kick you. But at the Oscars,
shout out to Charleston
people
White.
pick and choose. People know who to try shit with. And sometimes people test. Like two alpha males come together, Mike, or we test each other. All right, then we come to resolution. It's gonna calm down. They ain't gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But see, he picked and choose that shit. But I done seen shit turn up. I done seen people about to fight. I done actual fights, but I done seen it almost come to blows. He ain't slapping. They know who to try that shit with. He knew Chris Rock ass is a little autistic, and he's gonna go slap him because Chris Rock said he was autistic. I'm not calling him autistic, but yeah. You gotta always be aware. You gotta look at the crowd. You can being able to read people is part of comedy. You gotta be able to look at someone like, all right, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy, but I could fuck with this guy. Like you gotta know. And sometimes if that guy gets offended, he get offended. You gotta keep it moving. If you want to do something, you do something. You know, you're a man at the end of the day. Yeah.
Respect.
Protect yourself.
I will hope, if that does happen, if something like that happens, we're gonna do how like Dave Chappelle people handle it. We're gonna break a nigga arm.
Oh,
shit.
for sure.
Like, you see how a nigga ran up on stage and nothing happened. But we ain't gonna let nobody Chris Rock.
Fuck no. Like I said, I got weapons. If nigga come at me rushing, I got a mic. I'm gonna throw the mic at him, and I'm gonna try to piece him up.
Nah, he walked up though. That's what made it so subtle. Will Smith walked up. It was a casual.
Then slap, bro. I have
up.
reflexes. If you slap me, you might connect, but I'm gonna do something back. Like he didn't have no, but then he's thinking he's an ultra thinker. Yeah, he's like that just happened. What the fuck? Yeah. He just slapped me. I can't fight him right now.
I'm doing something.
I'm doing something. Then I'm performing. Was that a skit? What the fuck is going on? This nigga lost his mind. Like your mind's racing 1,000 miles an hour, but I am gonna react. I'm gonna react. I haven't been doing it that long.
You didn't have a bit of nothing about that when that happened, did you?
Nah, because, but I will say this though. Staying current, you got to talk about current shit. I would have talked about like I wish one of you motherfuckers would walk up on the stage right now. Yeah, women too. Don't try nothing. Yeah, you gotta talk about it for sure.
How do you feel like somebody like T.I. now trying to stand up and version into that feel like all the way? He's head first in this shit. He really doing this shit.
Putting on shows. I like that like I said, I like the light being put on comedy. I like that he's doing it. That he's bringing more attention, putting on his shows, putting on younger comedians. That's dope. But he gonna have to put in them hours, bro. And when you're T.I., you automatically people will come out to see you. So you might not be ready to perform in front of 5,000 people, but he's on the stage in front of 5,000 people. So you're gonna have those growing pains. And I'm telling you, there's no shortcuts to being good at something. Like whatever you're good at, I'm sure you had a natural talent, and then you put in the work.
You got to put in the work. Got to. All right, but I'll be hearing good things. It's not bad, like what I'm saying.
I've heard he did bad on stage. Of course, he's not ready to perform in the rooms that he's been in. Like, there's no way. Even if he's funny and witty, it's different.
That's what because I do agree that he is funny and witty. So he got the skill set. It's just now mastering it.
It's about having all the tools and knowing what tool to pull out at what time. Because they might go for something, they might not go for something, but you gotta know how to segue, transition, get out of it, get into it. Have a set, have a story, have a through line, have jokes, punchlines. Knowing the structure of jokes. He might have just think I'm gonna be funny, but there is a science to this shit.
For sure.
Literally you learn.
It's like writing a song, writing a book, like anything. It's real artistry.
And that's when you get nice. You learn the structure, and then you fuck with the structure. Like I know the rules, so I can break the rules. You know? Yeah. Premise, setup, punchline.
But yeah, like you said, I applaud what he's doing. That's a hell of a jump in transition, and to actually be putting people on and doing it the way, like, because ultimately, like, people gonna come for your name, but then you got people under you that's funny as hell that's doing that thing, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to J Ski running with him. I know J Ski gonna hone his jokes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's just shit like that. Like I feel like he's doing it right, and I feel like it's gonna be a good thing. I know people, it ruffled a lot of feathers at first, but now I think people appreciate how he's doing, like the real OG comedians and
because they'll watch you and see how serious you are about it. Is he just trying to grab money, or is he really trying to get good at stand up and fucking, because think about that. If you're a success in something, and you for sure think you could be successful in something else, nigga, I done rapped on stages. I could tell jokes on stages. It's just a, confident. He's a confident motherfucker. You think you can do anything?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So, question. So, I know you said back in the day you got the joke about being dark skinned and shit like that. Like, that's something to stick with you. It's a line in one of my favorite movies. I don't know if you know where I'm going. There's a line in one of my favorite
keep going.
Where
following.
The Wood. Where the nigga said, "What? You let that nigga Terry Bone? I know I look better than that nigga."
Yeah, shout out to the Wood. You let that nigga Terry Bone. That nigga Terry Bone.
That nigga Terry Bone.
That nigga Terry Bone. I know I look better than him. And shout out to Slim for being another dark skinned brother. But that's normal hate. That's regular hate.
The dirty macking was crazy.
The dirty macking, listen.
But also, like, has anybody ever, like, have you ever heard somebody say that, like, lying to you? Or
Yes. Like I said, I grew up, we watched that one summer. I watched that movie every day, through the entire summer. Because it's like coming to age story. You like, you let that nigga Terry. I'm like, yeah. My nigga, like I said, you done said it. Niggas done said it. Yeah. Niggas in them, once they know, and they know the Wood, nigga, shit. My name Mike. I like sports.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Classic.
Man. They coming to age, like you said, I love those type of stories. But yeah, that line, every time, I'm like, hey, my nigga Terry, I just think about that line.
And I think it's fitting because you know I am a handsome man. But, you know what I'm saying? Somebody hating on me, like, I know I look better than that nigga. That's the part too, because he's like, you got that nigga Terry, bro.
Yeah.
I know I look better than
That's
that
some
nigga.
high school shit, because that's the last time I truly dirty Mac was in high school. So I feel him. Trying to get some coochie, definitely dirty Mac. I dirty. See, I was
especially when y'all boyfriends wasn't shit. I could dirty Mac on.
That's what I'm saying. So that was my dirty Mac. That's the last time I ever like played it like that. Like I was catching nigga doing shit. I wouldn't like snitch on him, but I was like, you know, telling the joke like, well, you can do better, or like that. Or I heard.
What I would do is I would let them tell me about the shit. I wouldn't ask no question. I'm like, damn, he did that to you? That's fuck. Like that nigga don't really like you. He don't.
Yeah, shit like that.
If he wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, and then they come eventually.
But then you learn the game too, because you know, like,
yeah. Now I hate
like the older you get in high, so you like certain people ain't gonna leave no matter what is told. They got to be at their wits end for shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got to be at their wits end with shit. So it's like niggas ain't gonna leave. Like,
listen, you do exhaust a lot of shit in relationships, and the dirty Mac is a. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's the game.
Yeah,
you could choose to play that way. We choose
Jordan,
not to
on
play.
your Jordan shit.
Yes.
On your Jordan shit. Like, if you don't want to play the game that way, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
That's fine. But this is what I know to win. But nah, that was the last dirty Mac I ever did, and I felt so stupid because I'm like, I did all that, and then it got to like a grand finale, like where I caught the nigga red-handed doing some shit. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. And
Can I tell you a story?
And she still was with the dude.
I know,
and I still ain't bold. So I'm like, shit.
At least
I look better than that nigga.
Your story ended better than the story. I know a nigga that dirty Mac. The nigga found out he was dirty Mac and beat that nigga ass.
Oh, see, nah, yeah, that's.
That is
a consequence to the game, though.
In his own front yard, and then sent that nigga back in the house and said, "Yo, clean yourself up."
That's a consequence to the game, though.
But he was dirt. No, he was dirty. Yeah, he was crazy. Telling the girl what the nigga was doing. I'm like,
oh yeah, nah,
bro, you are hating on this.
Nah, that mean he was I wasn't close to the dude I was dirty Mac.
Oh, got you.
So it's like I didn't know inside, but the dirty Mac when you were best friends with him, you hang with a nigga every day, you trying to steal it. That is wild. That's a different type. When we talk about morals and shit like that. You ain't got no moral compass.
Well, I think you
I'm
learned
not
your lesson.
With a nigga every day and trying to get his girl. Like
you learned your lesson. He was like, that shit ain't feel good. The bitch stupid. I'm gonna keep myself out of it.
Yeah. Left it at that.
Let that nigga Terry bone.
I know I look better than that nigga.
No, that nigga rubbing his fucking face. I know I look better than that. To say that to a girl in real life when she says no, not right now.
But she also ain't even saying. She didn't reject the comment. She like,
and then you gotta know what women you were dealing with. Sometimes you can talk the way that to some girls. They be like, "Shit, well, you was fucking with Lisa. What the fuck you talking about?" I'm like, "Well, shit. Well, I don't fuck with her no more. So what the fuck?"
Yeah,
man.
Oh man. So, shit, I forgot my next little train of thought, but because that shit just took me off. I didn't expect to get into the dirty Mac.
You brought in the dirty Mac.
The dirty Mac and bag is crazy. Top 5 comedians of all time.
Didn't think you would ask this, but since you've asked it,
you came prepared.
I didn't come prepared at all. Mike Epps.
Yes. All right.
Bernie Mac. Dave Chappelle.
All right.
I'm gonna throw in John Witherspoon.
Ooh, Pops.
Now these gonna be my John Witherspoon. So fucking funny. Bruh. Bang, bang, bang. What the fuck you talking about? And fifth man, so many greats, man. So many greats. I'm gonna put. I said Cat. I said Dave. I said Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy. But John Witherspoon. It's like 10. Then you got all the living. You got all the living color. You got
Tommy Davidson is a beast too. He from DC too.
You got the white comedians, bro. Stephen Wright. These niggas is different thinking. George Carlin.
I ain't really hip to the white kids. So
you gotta tap in a little bit.
I got to tap in a little bit.
George Carlin, Stephen Wright. It's crazy. Stephen Wright was, if you ever seen Half Baked, he was the dude that was just on the couch. The white man, they was like, this dude. He lives on the couch.
Yeah.
He's a crazily talented comedian, but he just got that part in that movie. That's probably the most mainstream thing he's done. Not the white people. Who else white man?
Bill Burr, crazy.
Bill Burr, beast.
Bill Burr, okay.
I
know about Bill Burr a little bit.
Patrice O'Neal, but those are my 5. I said John Witherspoon. I put John Witherspoon.
So I think somebody like a Will Ferrell, like white boy humor to me is different, but he's not a stand up.
No, he's not.
He do like how like the Wayne, like some of the Wayne brothers was doing, like they was comedic actors, like you know what I'm saying. But like people like that, white boy humor to me is different from.
It's definitely different.
It's just different.
It's like because
black dudes can't get off some of that
But when you see it done well, like Louis C.K., bro, have your mind like, yo, that's fucking smart. You know, but black comedy is smart. It's just like a lot of the stuff that just like we had a conversation off mic before about Sexy Red. There's some things that are getting pushed to mainstream are not the best things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what's got the money behind it, and it's just what they're selling. So like, just because you think black people always talking about drinking, smoking, fucking bitches, and sex, that's not what. There's crazily intelligent black comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams is one of the smartest niggas. Dave Chappelle's one of the smartest niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy, one of the smartest niggas. He was just coming on a time where you could be as raw as he was. Shout out to Raw. But like, yeah. Got tapped into some white comedy. Some niggas, these white boys
I know
funny,
Bill,
bro.
but I just watched it. The movie is more so funny to me. Like, Jonah Hill is hilarious to me and everything. Like, I be tripping out this nigga. Like, Super Bad, one of my favorite movies of all time. Shit like that. But like I said, those are not like, I don't look for white people to stand up. I like more movie type shit.
Yeah. Andrew Schultz is a beast too.
Andrew Schultz is a beast. Shout out to Andrew.
But you know what's crazy?
He's funny on like just the pod and shit like that and TV and shit like that.
His stand up is fire too. I watch this.
Yeah. But so I'm kind of at the point where like I don't watch as much stand up now. Because I'm trying to make
it. So you don't want to be clouded with.
Obviously, I want to see what level these niggas on, how they're doing their shit. Like production, just looking at the production part of filming a special and all the stuff like that. But don't watch as much as I used to coming up.
I mean, I feel like that's a part of you mastering what you got to do though. Like it's like a rapper. Like most rappers not gonna, especially they serious about their craft. They're not gonna listen to a whole bunch of other because the influence. No matter how much you say it doesn't, it influences you. Like
you start talking like nigga, you start moving like a nigga. You don't even know.
You don't even notice it. It's just you mimic that shit. That's what we do.
Cadence, like that's what makes a comedian their cadence. The rhythm that they talk with, how they move. Like, you know Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart was doing a lot of movements and people move like him. Like, I've seen comedians look, I'm like, you're doing your Kevin Hart. I've done my Kevin Hart. I've been on stage and acted like Kevin Hart.
I mean, it's different when you're doing imitations.
Yeah. No, not like an imitation, but like you just kind of fall into the cadence of someone else's comedy that you watch. Like, I've talked like Kevin Hart sometimes. Early on. It's been on, but I'm saying, yeah.
I mean, no, it's just like, if I was a rapper and I'm Wayne, my favorite artist, I'm gonna sound like Wayne. Like, look at Young Thug. Young Thug started off sounding just like Wayne,
sure.
Until he found his own little pocket where it's like, now we could separate. We know this Thug, we know this Wayne, but his early shit is literally,
sound like Wayne.
Literally copying and pasting Wayne, like lower tier Wayne, of course, but the style is there. The style is there.
It's nuanced, man. It's beautiful.
So you've been doing content creating period for a long time. So before, like, you got on stage when you were like 22 for the first time. But over the years, you have done different things. Like y'all had the Mazel Talk podcast.
Shout out to Mazel
You Died and Chris. And then, but before that, in 2017, you were working on a series kind of like what we're doing right now. Like Dialogue with Dom type shit. You were doing combos.
Yeah.
You had a YouTube series called Combos. How you came up with that? What happened? Why you stopped? Like
that was around the time I was 28, and I was like trying to figure out.
I was that old. I think it was like what 2017.
20. It was like
26, 27.
26, 25, 26, 27.
Around that time. Man.
We're old. But it's like starting to really understand my passions of what I wanted in life. I was like, I gotta start doing something. Like, this is the space I want to be in. You gotta do something to be in that space. And I was like, I'm funny, but the conversations I had with my brothers, like those conversations were like the best. Like we would really be talking, we dropping knowledge. I don't know what women think men talk about when they by themselves, but we talk about our lives.
We talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah, man.
We make the jokes and we talk about sports, but we talk about real shit.
Yeah, but so I wanted to start capturing it and I wanted to start producing and putting it out. But then, like, you see where we at now. Nigga, Dot had a motherfucking camera, one camera. We had it set up, and I was like, "Your camera work? You do video? You send me the files?" Like, yeah, I'll get. All you gotta do is buy the disc. Boom, we'll get the disc, put it in my laptop, edit it down, put it up. You know what I'm saying? And it started there because you want to be creative, you want to get that shit out, and you like be different. Like we are cool. We are real. We are. Y'all would like this shit. Y'all want to hear some of the shit we gotta say. It's just a fact. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it started. And it was fun. I did like 5 episodes. This nigga threw back with that shit. I forgot I did it, but like it was exciting doing that. I remember starting it, me editing it. My computer conked out. That's what happened. My computer died. So I couldn't edit the shit no more. So we transitioned to the Mazel Talks and other things. Shout out to Chris for that idea. You know what I'm saying? He's like, let's start a podcast. I was like, yeah, nigga, I'm hilarious. And y'all niggas is hilarious too. And they need to know how hilarious y'all niggas.
So transition down to Mazel Talk. That came about 2018.
strong. Still got a little follow. We still out here 700 followers strong.
Nigga, I was doing y'all thing, man, for sure.
Man.
I was tuned in every week. I featured on a few episodes. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to contribute to the growth. Like, how did that, did that get you back into your stand-up mode? Like, do you feel like that's when you was like, because I know you were writing a little bit, like certain shit, like you knew the topic, so you'll write some stuff out and have your bit for it or whatever. So did that get you back into like, I need to touch the stage again?
Yeah, because just like we said earlier about social media, it's like you want everything clicking. Got a podcast, I do stand-up, create content, like having it all clicking. That's the goal. Like you can hear me here, you can see me live here, you can like my clips on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Like that's that's really making it a business and having your fingers everywhere they need to be. So that Mazel Talks definitely started because I was writing topics, writing my little thoughts down, and it's like, okay, we got this going, let's get this moving, get everything rolling, and then we're gonna keep building and building like a fucking snowball. Let's keep going. So shout out to Mazel Talks. We was consistent with it. We had a talk at the beginning of the year about bringing it back. It's just like we want the setup to be right. Like we want it to look good, we want it to sound good, we want to show that we putting in the effort for it.
It's nothing wrong with a pause because times have changed from the time that y'all started to now. It's like a different level of like how you got to present
you the OG,
shit.
nigga. You've been doing this shit the longest, man. You know what I'm saying? You the leader.
I don't want to take that credit, man, but shout out to Thinking Out Loud.
He's the leader. Thinking Out
Loud. We definitely started real early in the podding game, and we just was with the audio. But then it became a thing where visuals heavily affected. And like we doing what y'all doing now, like we on the pause. I don't think it's over with. We talk about it. We still all hang out. So we still are trying to tune certain things to make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying?
And as the landscape,
but the passion got to be there. All that got to be in place. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's all about adjusting and changing with the landscape. Because like what you was doing, like you said, keep elevating. What y'all doing was great and cool, but it's like, nah, we gotta pivot this way. And to take the pivot, take time, take planning, take everything, take all of that.
Nah, for sure. So shout out to Mazel Talks. Hopefully, we can get some.
Oh, y'all gonna get some more shit, bro.
Because y'all done had some classic debates on there.
Listen,
we just used to get
niggas done stole our shit too, bro. We talk about shit, then we hear other people talk about niggas.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
I'm like, nah, they took that.
I just remember like, cause y'all all was living in different places at the time. So I remember like, you go to DC or be in Richmond or go to North Carolina, and niggas had to do like 3 or 4 episodes to have stuff for the month, pump this shit out. So it was just a long grind. You can even hear this certain by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th episode that week, the weekend, you just like, we might have to do this tomorrow because we got too drunk. Tough. We tapped out. We got too drunk. You know what I'm saying? It's over with slurring all on the mic and shit.
we went state to state with it for a little bit. North Carolina, Virginia. We did it.
Yeah, nah. Shout out to Mazel Talks. Definitely some classic debates. About Christmas, what movies you watch around the holidays is when I stand
fucking Wiz, man.
That nigga Dot wouldn't let it go.
Nigga was riding for the Wiz. Still riding for the Wiz, bro.
I've only seen the Wiz like twice in my life. I don't rewatch that shit.
I don't. It's not rewatchable. I mean, it's watchable. You want to see Michael Jackson sing. You want to see them walk down the road, but like.
But I've realized I'm not a musical person, so it's literally a musical. Yeah. I don't like the Wizard of Oz like that. I've seen that probably like twice full on through. So it's like, So yeah.
Some people love the Wiz. Dot loves the Wiz.
Shout out to Dot.
Every time that shit come on, I'm watching it. I'm like, nigga, every time the Wiz is on.
He lied like a bitch.
He stuck to it though. He was screaming on y'all. He really was doubling down on that shit.
I forget he is an older, different nigga. So
he doubled down. He said, no, that shit come on, I'm watching that shit.
No, he said he would physically go look for
it as well.
Go look for it.
Had me take it back. I was like, all right, bro, you go down. The Wiz is the Wiz, bro. You love the Wiz. And shout out to great comedian Richard Pryor was in the Wiz. Listen.
Shout out to
I said a top 5. I didn't say Richard Pryor. That's crazy.
But see, that's out there. But the comedians that you do, like a Eddie Murphy, looked up to Richard Pryor. So I think it's all like a lineage with it too, low key. So even if you're gonna say, but that's your generation though.
It's all connected, yeah.
Because we didn't catch. I know I watched Raw later in life, but it came out the year I was born, the year before. So I'm looking at now.
Raw came out like 84.
Oh, 84. I thought this shit came out like 89.
He ain't do no stand-ups.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was all movies.
But shit, I know Eddie Murphy from the movies. I knew he was funny in the movies and shit. Not a professor and shit like that. I thought that shit was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, that's what I know him for. And then we go back and like, oh, now he used to do stand-up before he became a big movie star and shit. I'm like, And
he made that shit look fly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like comedians, cool niggas. You see, I like Mike Epps because the way he carries it. Like, he fly, funny player nigga. This what I'm saying? Wife, kids, funny and hilarious, bro. He's not a goofy nigga.
What's your obsession with pimping back in the day? Speaking of that, is he talking about cool player shit?
I was tainted as a child, man. I saw a documentary called American Pimp. I'm like 11 watching these pimps talk on TV. Then I go in the neighborhood. It's a kid, older kid. He like, yo, man, where your hoes at? I'm like, what? He's like, you ain't got no hoes? I was like, I'm 8. No, I think what grade was I was in the 5th grade. Whatever age you're in the 5th grade. So you like 10, 11. There you go. 5th grade. He's like, where your hoes at? I'm like, got no hoes. I'm just out here nigga playing.
It's like my third day out here.
I go to school the next day. A girl that I was liking, I was like, yo, you want to be my hoe?
Hold on, you asked?
Straight up. She said, yo, I gotta think about it. I said, all right. And whole time I was going, because it was a girl I was going to ask to be my girlfriend. But I was like, why I asked her to be my girlfriend? Why I asked her to be my hoe? Long story short, that girl was a teenage mother.
Oh, wow.
She had a kid. They thought she was pregnant in the 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
So I knew how to pick hoes even back then.
Hey,
it's always it's an essence that these hoes have. And but obviously, I'm a God-fearing man. I would never pimp nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you probably found out the back.
The back end of pimping. It's a dark side to pimping that they don't tell you about. You know, it's not just the suits, the cars, and the women all around you. You got to discipline these bitches. They don't listen. You know what I'm saying? And it's stressful having all those hoes. but yeah, so that's a joke that I created from I saw it, bro. I really was like, even in college. I came to college. I started having my pimp shit together. I was something like, yo, what's your dream? What do you want to like? What do you want? Like you got to get in their mind.
Yeah,
you got to get in their mind.
You got to really mind fuck somebody.
You got to
manipulation at the highest level.
Yes, you got to find their vulnerabilities and like, well, we could do this together. Like whatever you want to have, we could have. You just got to listen to me. I'm telling you, I know a way to get this. But also, hoes are broken in some way, and broken women are not my thing. Because you got to be broken to sell your pussy. No, not sell it, but like on a pimping tip. Like you have a pimp, you giving me the money, you're broken a little bit. Not to serious us out. Shout out to serious.
Sex works in general, I think it'd be some broken type shit.
It's empowering when you, as a woman, you go into sex work on your own, you running your shit.
Sure.
But if we pimp it, give me all the money.
So then you saying it's levels to this shit. Basically, that's the level where you like.
Listen, you see, I'm a stand up nigga. I be thinking about pimping like I'm the essence of this shit. We gotta go to this OnlyFans shit is watered down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Not watered down. They be giving it up, but you know what I'm saying.
You're trying to get your hustling flow.
I was feel me like this, but this is my mind at a young age, so that's why I knew I was different. I was really coming up with game to try to pimp women from the suburbs. Like what the fuck? They come from good houses. They not trying to good homes. They don't
2-parent households.
Shit goes on in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? She might got abused. You got to find the abused one. The one whose father fucking then she might sell her pussy. See, this is a sick playing them. I stopped going down that path.
I stopped doing it.
Okay, I'm a good person.
Nah, that's life though. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's life. That's life. But it's something about y'all DMV niggas that when Northern Virginia niggas come. I had Mo on here. He was talking about how he used to. He thought he could be a pimp too. Like, what is this?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Your last name is Mack, so I mean, I guess it's coincides.
It's not no pimp, but like my coming from my lineage, like saying like women like us, we do. You know what I'm saying? We're handsome, man. We know how to talk. Once we come of age, and like you know what I'm saying. People preyed on me when I was young. They saw things in me. We're not going dark, but I don't know, bro. It's like when you see real like hoes in your life, like real rollers, like girls are like, yo, she can just do anything. Like you come up like I heard back in the day, like women weren't sleeping around like that. I feel like
it might have been a little more discreet.
There you go, a little more discreet. So it's like once you see how it's moving, you just try to get in. You like shit. I want to be part of it. Like I don't want to be used. I want to be. I don't know, but I never became a pimp. Never happened. But it's a lifestyle and it's alluring at first. But then once you really get to the nitty gritty of what that shit is and that talk and the manipulation that goes on, and you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm a God-fearing man. It's
that's what come in like legality of like a lot of shit. Like, cause some shit like lawfully is supposed to be wrong, but morally it might not be like. Yeah, running a red light. I'm not gonna feel morally wrong about that. I'm not gonna feel morally wrong about running. I never actually have no course. It's a suggestion. I should have stopped.
Yes.
I'm not gonna feel morally wrong because it's literally an accident that might happen. But the manipulation
It's a dark side.
that happens to people in general. It's not like necessarily a crime, but it's fucked up in so many ways because like that shit crazy. Like,
and some people, like I said, and just to tie a bow and pimping, some women do love sex and enjoy it, and they don't feel no type of. It's not like it's like running a red light. It's like, oh, I'm doing fine. I'm protecting myself. Cool. It's cool. But it's just like that gray area that I would never play in. I'm like, because that's a small minority of women that handling that manipulation, depression, and trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's all connected. Like there's women that are healthy sexual beings that are sex work. I do believe that. See, we got to be politically. See how selfie.
No, I do agree with that.
But I feel like some of them are lying to themselves. Some of them it just trickles. I feel like a healthy way to deal with sex to be in different boundaries, selling it to people who are giving you cash.
No, people are not a monolith, so people are different.
Yeah,
but I do say more likely than none, if people are in sex work, I think I would say the vast majority, but a good majority, maybe. Over 50%, literally over 50% probably come from some kind of like true trauma that might have led them into a more promiscuous lifestyle. But also, like you said, it's people that willingly just do it just because they want to do that.
They like it. I like comedy. She like getting naked. It's very normal, and like. And you, like I said, you're in the media space. Like you see, like there's a lot of overlap. Like we're awesome. Like you know what I'm saying, you get some other type of women on here and talk to them, man. I think they got good insight.
I will. I think
you know what I'm saying?
It's about that time.
Some little.
I don't know, like, because I was probably saying biased. Because I just don't, you know.
Okay.
I would never deal with a woman of that. That lifestyle.
Gotcha. Yes.
But also, I'm not judging of it. If you're happy,
it's just not for
your thing. It's not bothering me. I'm not fucking you. So that's how I look at shit. You know what I'm saying? But it would be hard for me to be objective in that.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to be having a screaming match with a lady. Like,
not at all. Yeah, we're not going to yell about it.
We love everybody.
Too cool, too calm and collected. That's it.
Yeah, sometimes I get out a little character. I might have to take a little sip or something.
Tell somebody about themselves. Don will tell somebody about it. Be like, bitch, you know who the fuck I am? Bitch, you lucky.
No, because, you know, coming from a lot of humility and shit, I don't like to brag.
No, but people trying you. It's not like
yeah, that's what it be like. So then sometimes when you get tried, you gotta
put people in their place.
Yeah,
no, like that. You gotta have that side to you because if you just you a fucking pushover, you can let people treat you any type.
Exactly,
and not just women, but just in general.
In general, and that's what it. Because I think I was a pushover at some point, like in my early life, and now that I've actually built a backbone for myself, I ain't let nobody disrespect.
Amen.
Can't do it. Can't tolerate it.
We're all works in progress. We're all works in progress.
And it takes a lot for me to feel disrespected. So if you disrespect me,
because I
mean you disrespected.
Like I said, cool, calm, and collected most of the time. But like, you know, you gotta have that side.
It has some.
Fucking you talking about edge? We all got the edge. Chris used to knock niggas out back in the day.
What? Well, no. No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
He left-handed. They don't know he's left-handed, so he catching with the left.
Catching with the left. They always throw you off when you fighting a nigga. You don't know his hand. It's like basketball. Wow. You hoop against a nigga for the first time, open gym. You don't know he left. Like, oh shit, I'm trying to force him to go left. Thinking
he like to go left. Yeah, bang.
On some James Harden shit.
For real.
MVP.
That jumper different too. Like it come on. It's like it's different.
That's how I know I've been around y'all too much because like you don't even just talking like 10 years ago. Like
yeah, we don't fight no more, nigga. My last fight was in 2018
yeah, we too old
or some
for that.
Shit. Like, I don't fight.
It's like turning up or anything. Like it takes days to recover. A fight now, I gotta think about how long it's gonna take me to physically recover from that shit. I'm gonna feel.
We could talk it out.
They don't even fight anymore. They shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to get shot.
Nah, we don't want that for anybody. None of my niggas. Man.
Not at all.
We done lost people to gun violence. I hate it. You know. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't know.
Once again, you threw me off.
My bad.
I think I'm out of questions. Chris, you got anything to interject with?
Yes, manager. What do you thought of?
Manager. We got the CEO in the building. He's making his second appearance on Dialogue with Don. Well, voice. He like the man on the keys, but not the keys. Executive producer.
Exactly. Gave him a mic today.
I don't think I got anything. That's my phone. I don't think I got anything.
Okay.
So
what's next for you though?
Yeah, you got upcoming. You say you got the special coming.
So this year definitely gonna film something, put it out on all social and all of that. 30 minutes is what I'm gonna start with. You know, an hour is a long time to try to.
Are you gonna do like a live showing?
So it's gonna be a live. So like I'm gonna have someone film me performing live.
Okay.
30 minutes. Yeah. It's not gonna be like anything on camera. I'm gonna be in a comedy space, audience, shoot it. So that's coming. If you're in the DMV, if you're in DC, you can see me every Friday and every other Saturday at DC Comedy Clubhouse. That's like a little residency for me. I'm always there every Friday, every other Saturday. And then other spots days, I'm doing better about informing people about my dates because I feel like I've been so focused on getting good. Like I was thinking about Kobe. Like I'm spending the time, nigga, in the gym. Like I said, 2 years is the only the time I put on the shit. Been down for 2 years, so I'm still developing. I'm still young in this shit. So getting my shit to where it's fucking solid and I'm knocking that shit out the park every time I touch a stage is what I've been trying to get to. So you have those 2 days that you come see me, and I'm gonna be posting more of my shows in the DMV. We're gonna be traveling, trying to get down to North Carolina, New York. We're gonna be everywhere on the East Coast. Yeah, man. Also, Talks might be coming back.
The last question I got is, I heard there's a rumor there, not to get you in trouble. I heard there was a thing called comedy groupies. Is that true?
Oh yeah, it's groupies in every industry.
I'll be honest. Yeah, it exists. Like you said, when you do good on stage, you come off. You have a little swag about like you, and like I said, most comedy places they have a bar. It's a night life setting, so it's already night. People are already out having fun. And if it's a group of girls there, like, and I'm saying you carry yourself well, you got women are there. Women are in all these spaces. But yeah. They might be a little crazy. I don't know. I haven't had an official comedy groupie. You know what I'm saying? I've been in.
You're a God-fearing man.
I'm a God-fearing man. But yeah, but listen, I'm telling you, being on stage is power. Having a microphone is power. And then you able to control the room and make people laugh. Like
women
that's
attractive. Is attracted to
that's attractive.
People. Yeah.
Because when you do good, you're confident. You're on stage, you're saying this, you're saying that, and if you're a little edgy, a little raw, I might talk about, yeah, nigga, I know how to. Shit, I fuck good. I might say that on stage.
We know.
I have never said that on stage, but if I'm confident in myself, women like confidence. Women like to laugh. Making them laugh has always been the key, brothers. Y'all know this. Women love to laugh. So on stage, off stage, in conversation, it's yeah, they're there. Comedy groupies. Stay away from them. I go home.
That's a good answer, my brother.
No, for sure. It's a real answer.
Yeah.
I'd be tired. That should be. Listen, you. At my age, it is a nightlife thing, so comedy shows are at night. So it's like I might get on stage anywhere from 9 until 12 at night. I might have work the next day. I'm in and out. I'm doing this shit, go home. I might have one drink while I'm waiting to go on stage, take my ass home.
It's work now. It's
work.
You clock
it's work.
in.
Clock in, bro. It's that other hustle. Yeah, I work my job, but then I got this hustle at night that I got to get to. It's a fucking hustle.
And Dom, you were bringing up a good point about well, Terry did too, about like the dark side. There's actually a series called Dark Side of Comedy from Vice.
Oh yeah, on Vice. Yeah.
I watched one episode. I don't have the Hulu thing. So
I mean, I'm not gonna incriminate myself, but you know,
yeah, you need to.
Real ones know how to get that. Program.
Know how to get it.
Help me out, my brother. Real ones know how to.
Dark Side of Comedy. I haven't checked out their.
It's bro. It's drugs. It's fucking.
Yeah,
there's drugs. There's women.
Chris Farley.
I watched the Chris Farley episode.
He was funny.
Yes, yeah.
I watched the Chris Farley episode. Yeah, he was going through a lot. Like,
I watched the Kennison one. That's the one I saw.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's nightlife, bro. When you're out there, it's normally in bars. There's alcohol, cocaine. What you looking for? Like, and you're in this. And like I said, I do stand up downtown DC, Northwest. Like, they drink it every night of the week out there. And then you can find something that you're gonna get into. So. If that's what your predilection, that's what you lean toward, that dark side, you can dive into it. And but like I said, it's a job. I'm clocking in to get better. So yeah, one drink at the bar, take my ass home. Cause that bar tab add up too. I ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little bit of paper. You know what I'm saying? That bar tab add up. And I go to the little hood spots. They charge you something different every time for the same drink.
Oh yeah, no bullshit.
I'm like, bro, I got this shit last week. I got this shit was $11. Now it's $13. What the fuck? What's the price? What is? I got the same shit.
Same liquor.
Same shit.
Yeah. So I be dog.
I ain't
gonna talk about that shit. That's black spots in general though.
It is a black spot, but it's like it's a different price whether you pay cash or you pay card.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, why? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right.
For sure too. Like,
I'll be hit the ATM before I come here. It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. Definitely. I wanted to ask you one last question. How about them Cowboys?
Yo, what's up with you, son? I don't have no expectations. Fuck y'all. Nah,
That's
I'm
a
happy
joke.
y'all
That's a
lost
big
in the
joke.
Super Bowl.
I know you are.
I'm happy
I know
because
you are. I know
I
you
was
are.
happy when the Eagles lost
It's
because
cool.
you ain't representing the NFC, and I'm happy when y'all lost because you ain't representing the NFC. But to be an objective fan, I'm not a fan no more. I'm a supporter. I'm not a fanatic about them niggas. The Cowboys gonna do what the Cowboys gonna do. You cannot have an expectation of the Cowboys. I've been doing it. I've been the Cowboys.
You've been saying it for years, though. You've been saying
you know what I expect them to do? I wanted them to do better. You had one playoff win last year. No, you had two. You had one playoff win last year. We needed two this year. We didn't get one, so we failed. Every year you're supposed to do better. And the Rams fan in the corner fucking laughing. Y'all done fucking fell off. Nobody care about you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had 1 year. But it's crazy when the pieces don't come together when you have everything. You just
Is Jerry Jones the problem?
He ain't selling the goddamn team, so it ain't. He
gonna have to pass away.
His son gonna take over. That shit gonna.
But his son seems a little more.
It might get better when. It might get better when.
And he look like he make better football decisions in general.
It might get better when the son take over. When Steven Jones takes over, maybe it'll be better. But they ain't gonna win. They just gonna keep taking everybody's money, keep selling all this shit, looking good, doing great in the regular 13-3, and fucking lose in the playoffs. That's what the fuck they gonna do.
I will say, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but that's a hell of a stadium, man. Beautiful. We went to Dallas this summer and we got to go to the stadium and shit like that. And that shit is nice to see.
Beautiful, man. They got, like I said, they gonna keep getting money. They never gonna stop getting money.
Jared got it, man.
They got the loyal fan base. You got them niggas not going nowhere. We gonna be a meme every year, sitting there looking sad in the stands, losing to the fucking Green Bay Packers at home.
Or the 49ers.
At home. Did we lose the 49ers? Y'all spanked this in your house.
The last couple of years, because we lost to Green Bay last year, this year. Year before that, we lost to 49ers. And the year before that, we lost to the 49ers.
But we beat the Bucks, then lost to the 49ers.
Yeah, that was still. What are you saying is y'all won a game.
That was going in the right direction. We were supposed to beat the. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck's happening.
Look, I know that's a joke in itself.
It's fun when we're winning though. I went to like a little bar and watched when we played the Redskins. That's like it used to be our Super Bowl. It's gonna be our Super Bowl again. We spanked the shit out of the Commanders. So I was in the bar.
We old school, y'all. No offense. That's what the team was called for
the Commanders.
20 plus years of my life.
I know it's offensive, but that's why they suck.
Yeah.
Commanders the only team that's always gonna be worse than the Cowboys. I will always feel okay because of Commander. That's the only sports franchise I really dislike and hate.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There's always one somewhere. They're always around.
They got some rings.
They're always so sadder than us.
I mean, they got a ring in the 90s just like we do. So
yeah,
we got to
y'all. I didn't know y'all drought was that long.
Yeah, we didn't been there, but we just ain't.
Y'all been there. We ain't even been there. Y'all drought is a little longer than the Cowboys drought.
Yeah, I'm still pissed, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't said shit about sports on no social media since.
Bro, I didn't watch nothing. I didn't watch nothing that week after the Cowboys lost to the Green Bay Packers. I just detached from all YouTube. I ain't watch shit.
I don't need none of that shit. Look, Shannon Sharp Nightcap came on. I turned that shit off instantly. Nope. I don't want to watch that. I'm waiting till the shit come on Wednesday. We just would give a ring and just talk basketball.
Y'all played a good game. Y'all didn't execute the way y'all should have, but that was a good game. Kittle was out. Y'all stopped running the ball in the second half, and I was, it's all right. Y'all was there. That was in the bright lights. That was there.
I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah,
I'm tired of this shit, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like they say, maybe next year. We in the same boat initially. Well, like in a sense, because
bringing back talent.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, man. This has been another episode of Dialogue with Dom. Episode 4. Again, thank my brother for coming through, man.
Happy to be here. This is great.
It's good. We're gonna fellowship afterwards, so it's the shit that can't be on camera, y'all. Yeah. Good little fellowship, private conversations. But yeah, man. Shout out to my brother again.
Bless.
Appreciate you. Let them know where to follow you and everything. How to get up with you.
At Whoa Easy Baby on IG and X, Twitter. You can follow me on TikTok at T-Mac. T-Mac Smokes Papers. T-Mac Smoke Papers on TikTok. Content is coming. We're getting consistent. I bought a tripod. So funny shit coming soon.
And y'all can follow me at I Love Dom on IG, _Smackerhole on Twitter, X, whatever. Make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe, Dreams to Reality YouTube page, run the numbers up, and let's make it happen, man.
Hey,
all right.
He's got
Till
money.
Next time. Yo.
Beautiful.